a shave with North French Broad Avenue shave soap from First Line Shave containing Wagyu beef tallow and the Yaqi Final Cut razor in brass, fully adjustable. We're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with Georgetoon.com. I'm back with another video. I'm coming off of this virus that's been going around and I have about 4 to 5 days worth of beard growth, so I want to shave it off. So what better razor to use than the Yaqi Final Cut in solid brass. It's adjustable from 1 to 6, but we'll put on screen the blade gaps of the Final Cut razors, and as you can see, levels 1, 2, and 3 of the brass version have 0.75, 0.85, and 0.95 millimeter blade gaps respectively. And that's why we're using this razor, because it is tuned to the more efficient, more aggressive side of the spectrum. So yeah, that's what we're going to use here. And we're also going to be using a Gillette Platinum Swede razor blade. A big thank you to Beth Jones for sending these along to the channel. Thank you again very, very much, Beth. And we're going to use, from First Line Shave, courtesy of Michael Riley. Michael, thank you again very, very much. North French Broad Avenue shave soap with Wagyu beef tallow. Yeah, check that out right there, huh? Yeah, now this is a nice light barbershop scent. This was the first test batch that I have here. And so it is a lighter barbershop scent, and I'm told that it should emerge during the lathering process. And other batches, the scent is a little more pronounced. Now, again, I'm coming off of this virus that mimics a sinus infection. So you could probably hear that I'm still a little bit congested. And I am getting my sense of smell back. And, you know, because my nasal passages are starting to open up again. And I am getting the light barbershop scent there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a shave. So I'm going to do my pre-shave, and then we'll come back to build this lather, load the blade into the razor, and have a shave. No pre-shave oil, no pre-shave soap. We're going to let the Wagyu beef tallow do all the talking, and we're going to also use our Shave Nation shaving bowl because it's smooth on the inside. So I want to see how the lather builds without any additional resistance. However, we are going to use our Yaqi Nebula shaving brush because it is a 28 millimeter shave brush knot, and I like the handle, and I want to make sure I get a good brush load. So I think that'll be a fair test as well. So I'm going to get some hot water in the shave bowl on top of the shave soap, and I'm going to do my pre-shave. And then I'll see you on the other side to build the lather to have the shave. So hang in there with me. Okay, I've done my pre-shave wash and I used Nivea Men Maximum Hydration Deep Cleaning Face Scrub with Aloe Vera. I don't know if this is categorized as a pre-shave wash, but you know, it's deep cleaning face scrub. It has those little microparticles in there, so that kind of helps exfoliate the skin and maybe possibly lift the whisker. I don't know, but I saw it on the shelf at my local discount drug mart, and I thought I'd give it a try. I thought it was a pre-shave wash. I saw it with the shaving stuff. I guess not, but that's what I'm using it as. And it also has, Pro Vitamin B5, I think it's what it says there. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, so it's got some good skin food ingredients in it. So we're going to go ahead and build this lather now, and we're going to dump the water out of the Shave Nation shaving bowl. We're going to dump the water out of the First Line Shave soap, First Line shaving soap, North French Broad Avenue with Wagyu beef tallow. Here's the shaving brush. We're going to give it a little bit of a ring, and we're going to get a brush load. I want to see how this brush load works. This is a very different shaving soap from others that we've used because of Wagyu beef tallow. And I want to see what kind of protection it gives us, which is why we're using the brass Final Cut razor. from Yaqi because it is tuned towards the more aggressive side of the spectrum. However, I don't know what the blade exposure is. Blade exposure could be neutral, which makes those settings a little smoother. We'll see. Boy, that's a good brush load right there. It's already starting to cream up here. Look at that. That cream is already starting to build on the inner rim. And whenever I see that with a tallow soap, boy, I know that I got a good brush load. And this was quicker than other tallow-based soaps. That in itself is remarkable and wonderful. That's a really quick brush load, and that's how much I have there. And we'll see if that's going to be enough. Let me just get that off of my hand there. Got a little bit of water in the bottom. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, there. Now, we're going to go ahead and build this lather. And wow, that's already coming. That's already spilling over the bowl there. Man, is this lathering quickly. Wow. Wow, this is already exploding. This is, yeah, and the scent is coming forward a little more. Boy, this is terrific. This lather is already exploding out of the bowl. Now, part of that, a little bit of that, look at what I got there already. And I didn't add any water. I just, man, that's amazing. I am going to add a little bit of water. I'm just going to dip that in a little bit. Now, I did tilt the bowl a little bit, but I'm holding it even right now, as you can see, and that is really, really exploding. That little bit of water just is giving me heaps and heaps of lather already. And there's that little bit of a tone drop there, that Zerati shift, as Jimmy V coined. My gosh, look at that. Boom, lather already. That is remarkable. That really is. We're going to go ahead and paint this on. As you can see, I got about 4 to 5 days worth of beard growth because I haven't shaved because of that nasty virus that hit me. And I just didn't have the energy to want to get a shave because, you know, kind of drains you. Your energy goes up and down, and, you know, you just want to, when you get home from work, because I had to work through it, when you get home, you just want to go to sleep and get some rest. And you're not eating a lot, and, you know, that sort of thing. You can still hear that I'm a little nasal. I still hold some of that congestion. You might see some edits if I start to cough, because my cough is still present, although I am taking a prescription cough suppressant pill. Okay, and I'm putting a little bit of water here on here. This is really nice. This is not overly heavy, really nice density, good body, nice density. It doesn't feel like it is thick and globby. It has a really, really nice consistency. And look at the coverage. Again, look at that. I've got like 4 to 5 days worth of beard growth, and this did a great job. Look at that, in giving me great, great lather, great coverage. And I've got plenty here in the bowl here, as you can see, coming off the brush for, my gosh, another good 2 passes, no doubt about it. I don't know if I'm going to need 3 full passes. We'll see. But we're going to go ahead and load this razor blade right now. Here it is. These are Gillette Platinum Swede blades. I love these. These are kind of a go-to blade for me. Sharp and smooth. I love the smoothness of them, which is why we're using them, because of this Yaqi brass razor. Okay, so there's the blade right there. Let me get the label here for you. Okay, Gillette. There it is right there. Okay. And we're going to set that down, and let's set this to level 1 here, and we'll undo this. Okay, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this blade, this Gillette blade here, all right, and I'm going to place it on that post and slip it all the way down to the cap. And you can see all those end tabs are poking up just a little bit. I like that a lot. And we're just going to take the handle and the base plate all together and just screw that on. Two-piece razor. Wow, that's nice. All right, we're going to start at level 3, which is getting up there. And that is a really, really tight, very secure adjustment dial there. All right, so we're at level 3. I don't know if you can see that or not. Level 3, right there, will give you a good look. And as you can see, the lather has just maintained its creaminess, its yogurtiness, its great lather quality, no breakdown at all. That's marvelous. And again, anything higher than level 3 on this razor is going to be a little too much for me. 0.95 millimeters at level 3 is probably the max for me for this razor. It adjusts from 1 to 6. And as we showed you on the chart, 4, 5, and 6 are getting up there. Well, for me they are. So level 3 is going to be the max on this razor for me. Okay, we're going to heat this up under some hot water and then get right to the shave. All right, 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. That is really, really nice and smooth. Boy, there's some really, really good protection there. No doubt, no doubt. Boy, that's terrific. There's no biting or no pinching as I'm shaving my neck towards that final little bit of the end of the stroke there. That's great. All right, let's see how it does on the lower lip here. Sorry. I felt like I was going a little too fast there. And yeah, I slipped up right there. A little operator error. Just a little, I caught myself. Right there, I could feel it. I could feel it. That was my fault. Boy, that did a great job on the upper lip. The point is here with this little guy right here, I think with any other shave soap, I wasn't holding technique there is what I'm saying. I was going a little too quickly to try to move the video along, and I think that any other shave soap would have resulted in a far worse nick. And that's just a little, that's going to seal right up with cold water and then some alum block. All right, first pass done. Let's rinse. Boy, that's a really good first pass. That's right there in socially acceptable shave territory. No kidding. And you can see this coming out a little bit here because of the water that's hitting it. It's making it worse than what it really is. So we're going to go ahead and put on some more lather here, and we're going to lather over that area there so things close up. And boy, this is a great lather. Again, I think the protection that it gives is outstanding. It really, really is, because that is a razor that has a blade gap and some aggression that really, it's getting up there for me. It really is. It does have a nice, smooth feel to it, and I think that's because of the blade I'm using, the Swede blade. I think a stainless blade, which is not platinum coated or chromium coated or Teflon coated, would probably be a little too harsh in this razor at that setting. Okay. So I don't know where the blade exposure is on this particular razor. I don't know if it's neutral, if it's forward. I'm not sure. All right. Look at that. Look at that lather. Man, is that great. That's absolutely fantastic. Wow. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this down. I'm going to turn this down to about 1.5. Right there. 1.5. That's where I'm going to turn it. Because that's all I need, really. I mean, this razor, it's getting up there. It really is. All right, pass number 2, we're going to go east to west across the grade. Now, I don't know what I got going on over here. This is some kind of a blemish or something here. And this Wagyu beef tallow and the lather allowed me to skip right over that. So some kind of blemish going on there. So that's good. Great residual slickness. Great residual slickness. Really, really good. And again, you can see that little guy coming through. Again, that's my fault. But I tend to think, had I slowed down a little bit, I wouldn't have done it. And I think this lather, this shave soap, the Wagyu beef tallow, and the glide and the slickness that it provides really saved the day. Because I felt it. I thought, oh, I made a mistake. Here we go. We're going to do the upper lip. Boy, that did a great job of getting the upper lip. No doubt about it. Second pass done. Let's rinse. No kidding. This shave is done. Man, this is BBS. Yeah, this is a BBS finish. And you can see this guy's already starting to close up here. So that kind of tells you how close of a shave this was. Man, that's BBS. All right, we're going to do our final rinse routine. Warm water rinse, cold water rinse, and I'll see you on the other side for the alum block. So hang in there with me. Very, very refreshing. Wow. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Wow. That's a very, very close shave. Very, very close shave. And this razor, the Yaqi Final Cut adjustable razor in brass. Yeah, this has got a lot of growl. It certainly does. I got to tell you, the North French Broad Avenue shave soap from First Line Shave with Wagyu beef tallow. Boy, this saved the day. No doubt about it. Let's get right to the alum block here and see what kind of feedback we get. We're going to use the GBS alum block because of the travel case. And going to run this under some cold water. You can see that closed right up from the cold water rinse. You can see that right there. So again, boy, so glad I was using this shave soap with Wagyu beef tallow. It's marvelous. All right, here we go. Here's a remarkable thing. No stinging, no zinging. No kidding. No kidding. And even here, that little guy, there's no zinging or stinging there. Wow. And I had this little blemish here, and it just skipped, slipped, glided right over. Man, this shave soap is a good one. This Wagyu beef tallow, this makes a difference. No doubt about it. I love the density. I love the creaminess of it, the yogurty quality of it. It really is very, very good. And again, the glide that it provides, the glide and the slickness, I think really saved the day during my shave, because I was really starting to go really, really quickly here, and I slipped up. That was operator error. Because as I'm, just to let you know, as you're shaving, you're picking up, you're shaving, you're picking up, and then you're moving it over and setting it back down. Most likely what happened was, in shaving like this, and you're picking it up and you're moving it away from your face. I didn't move it away from my face. I just kind of moved it over, and the blade was still in contact with the skin, which is why I caught myself there. That's why I say operator error. And this Wagyu beef tallow rescued me. It prevented a much more serious nick. And you can see it's not even there anymore. Boy, this is a good one. Let me show you the lather here. And I did splash a little bit in the bowl, but that's okay. You know, the water's going to bring this back. Again, I have enough here for about another touch-up, third pass, that sort of thing. If I add a little bit of water to this, a little more water to this, I splash this a little bit in there. Look at this. Look at that. Would you look at that peak there? That would probably, I might want to add a little bit water, a little more water to this. It's my first time with Wagyu beef tallow. This makes a difference. I love this shave soap. This Wagyu beef tallow is marvelous. The scent is very, very good, although the one that I have, a little more subtle in scent, and I'm told that the subsequent batches have a little more prominence to the scent. And it is a nice barbershop scent. However, you're going to have to spot me a few points here, because I'm still coming off of that virus. So I still have this nasal quality, a little bit of congestion yet. So I'm not getting, my schnoz is not working 100%, but what I do detect is a very, very nice scent. And the performance was just outstanding, especially with a razor that is geared toward the more aggressive side of the spectrum. I got to be honest with you, love this razor, love the weight, love the fact that it's solid brass. Not going to be a daily driver for me. It's going to be a razor that I would use in these instances where I have 2 to 3 days or more of beard growth. If I do decide to use it as a daily razor, it's going to be at 1.5. I'm not going to dial it up more than that. You know what? I'm tempted to do that, though, on some subsequent shaves, just to find out. Now, there is not a lot of harsh blade feel with this. The blade feel is very, very smooth. So it is a smooth razor. So in that sense, I think it's a little deceptive because of the smoothness. You really don't understand. You don't get an indication of how close of a shave you're getting. So if you do get this razor, just know to take it easy, lighten up on your touch. You're going to get a really, really close BBS shave as I did here. Just know that, yeah, it's tuned towards the higher end. Very smooth. You know what? I take that back. I might be able to use this as a daily driver. Now that I think about it, it was such a smooth shave. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to shave with it more to really find out. But the adjustment dial, very, very secure. The razor head and the base plate, the handle, everything remained very, very secure during the entirety of the shave. Although I do check to make sure everything is securely locked in place, securely locked down in place. But I really enjoyed this, and it's brass, solid brass, and again the Gillette Platinum Swede blade. Thanks again to Beth Jones. Boy, this was the perfect blade to try out in this razor. And I think because of its aggressive or highly efficient qualities, this shave soap really, really saved the day. My gosh, from First Line Shave, North French Broad Avenue with Wagyu beef tallow. Get this one. Try this out. There is an absolute distinct difference with Wagyu beef tallow. My thanks to Michael Riley and everyone at First Line Shave for very kindly sending this one along to the channel, allowing me to share with all the viewers. You know what? Let me just go ahead and use a little bit of Avon Aftershave Wild Country, because this is kind of in the barbershop category here. Jimmy V method. We're going to let that air out. Slap on nothing but the good stuff. Okay. Oh, that's marvelous. Hang on 1 minute. And we got a little bit of Parasso post-shave powder here. It's always a bit of a struggle to get this cap off. Let me just get that. Okay. There we go. And just a little bit. Rosemary and mint. Oh, this is another nice barbershop follow-up. I'm just going to put a little bit of powder in there. There. Oh, yeah, that might be too much. We'll see. I'm going to rub that on my hands, and then great shave. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. And I'm saying that because this guy is nowhere to be seen anymore. And again, the razor is tuned to the more aggressive side. It is smooth. It is smooth, but I think it's deceptively smooth. You get this nice smoothness, and you're getting a very, very efficient shave. So if you get this razor, lighten up on the touch, and get ready for a fantastic, fantastic shave. I think I am going to use it as a daily driver, now that I think about it, on the lower end of the spectrum. At 1.5, I think it'll be fine. Really a terrific, terrific shave with two great wet shaving gear products. North French Broad Avenue Shave Soap from First Line Shave with Wagyu beef tallow, and Yaqi Final Cut Adjustable Razor in solid glass. My thanks to Michael Riley for the shave soap, and my thanks also to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for the Final Cut Adjustable Glass Razor. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell about next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review this channel. Organize and categorize so you can find everything in a snap there as well. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.